feel like we've done this before. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, welcome to Card Sharks. You're gonna really enjoy this game. We've got a lot of very interesting questions that you're gonna be seeing, and you've already seen one thing about what makes this game one of our most popular games here on the Mega Mix. And like I said, if you like how the cards look on this side, wait till you see the other ends. These two are gonna find out just how it's gonna work in a moment. Let's introduce them. Starting with our first player. You are.
I'm Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. Where are you coming to us from today?
From Brooklyn.
Ah, okay. So around this area. And what do you do outside of all the convention world and things like that?
Internal audit.
Oh, okay. So tax-related things, I assume.
Yeah.
But you work on the good side of the tax.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're not out to get anybody or anything like that.
I mean, I might.
If you watch out there, keep on the good side. All right. Well, it's good to have you here. All right. And our second contestant.
Aisha.
And where comes this from, Aisha?
Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. Let's go. All right. And what keeps you busy outside?
I work in the Department of Education.
What do you teach?
Me, I'm a family worker, so I pretty much work with the special ed department.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Very, very good. And you do a lot of good work for them, I assume. I know, because they need all the help they can get. So I'm glad you're there, doing everything you possibly can to help those kids succeed, right? Yeah. So exactly. All right. Let's give them a hand to make it feel at home. All right, you can see here behind me we have red cards. You're gonna be playing those, Crystal, and Aisha, right? Okay, just want to make sure, right? You're gonna be playing the blue cards over here. Now, what's gonna be happening is I'm gonna start by asking a question to you. All the questions that we have are surveys that we conducted of the anime, video game, and fandom world. So we surveyed 100 people in every survey. It's going to be the job of the two of you to try to predict how many out of the 100 responded a particular way to the survey. Whoever's more accurate in their assessment will then get to play their row of cards. Your object is to try to be the first to turn all 5 cards in your row over by correctly predicting whether the next card you see is higher or lower than the one before it. 2 is the lowest card, ace is the highest. So keep that in mind as you make your decisions. The first player to turn over all their cards successfully in 4 questions or less will win the game and $1,000, which translates to $10 in real stuff. And first to win, we play on a 1 to 100 scale, so that's how we set it up. That's our system. All right. And first to win 2 games will win the match, and then go on to play our money cards bonus game for a possible $32,000, which means $320 in additional stuff. So a lot can be won here. It's a very high stakes game. So you both ready to play here? Okay. Crystal, you are going to get the first question. So I'll ask you the question and you give me your prediction. All right. Our first survey today, we asked to 100 My Little Pony fans. And we asked them, now, the show writers would not answer this question, but we know you can. Do you believe that Pinkie Pie really is a member of the Apple family? My Little Pony fans said that Pinkie Pie is related to Applejack. So you give me your prediction out of 100.
42.
Okay, she's saying 42 out of 100. Aisha, you have to try to tell me if the actual response is higher or lower than the 42 that she said. And feel free, guys, to offer your opinions. She's going to say a bit higher? Okay, so hit the up. Okay, I'm going to hand that back to you. See the things there. Okay, so if it is higher, Aisha, you're going to play your cards first, and not Crystal. You're going to find out. Who do you think's got it? Okay, now let's find out. The extra number of My Little Pony fans who said that Pinkie Pie is a member of the Apple family is... just hit enter. Wait, it should have been. Wait, your friends hit the number. Hit the number first, and then there it is, 40. I'll put this down for 1 second because I have to go over to the blue side. So you got control first. Now Anthony's going to turn over your first card. Now remember I said that 2 through ace is the thing. So the absolute middle of the deck is an 8. So that's the worst possible card you could have. So that's the hardest one to predict. So when he shows you this card, if it's toward the middle or if you just in general, if you've got a bad feeling about it, you have the option to change it because you won the question. All right. So flip it over. We start with. You start with it? Oh, you start with it. So, would you like to change that? Okay, all right. Anthony's going to grab the next card off the top of your deck, and this one you have to play. I'll tell you, if you just slide over just a little bit, just so we can get a nice shot there. Okay, all right. Flip it over. Let's see the next card. And, oh, now you got to do it with a 3. Okay. Is this next card higher or lower than a 3?
Higher!
Okay. All right, and remember, it has to be higher, so if it's another 3, that counts as a mistake. Is it higher than a 3? It's a 10. Okay. Each time you make a correct decision, you can stop there and those cards are protected, or you can try to call the next card. If you make a mistake, however, you're going to go back to the 3 where you started your turn, and Crystal's going to get a free play at her card. So would you like to freeze here or go for the next one?
Go for it!
She's going to freeze right there? Okay. All right, so now those 2 cards are protected, so you can't lose those even if you make a future mistake, and if you win the next question, you could change that 10 if you want to, try to improve on it. Okay? All right, let's hit the right, because now Aisha gets the next question, and I'll tell you what, you've got the clip up there. So here, read the next one. First thing off the top.
Okay. Next question is, in 2014, Vocaloid's Hatsune Miku appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman.
Did anyone here see it? Okay, a few people. Okay,
So we asked 100 Vocaloid fans, did the Hatsune Miku performance do a good job of showcasing Vocaloid and J-pop music to the mainstream American audience?
So how many Vocaloid fans said that Hatsune Miku's performance on Letterman did do a good job of showcasing J-pop and Vocaloid to the mainstream America? All right. So you're giving the prediction this time.
I'd say around 30.
Okay, she's going with 30 out of 100. Said it did a good job. Crystal, higher or lower than the 30? She says lower. Okay. Down. Number and then type in the number and then hit enter. All right, the actual number of Vocaloid fans who said that Hatsune Miku's performance on Letterman properly showed the mainstream America what J-pop is all about is 68. Aisha, you're back with me here. All right, you have the 10. Would you like to change it?
Yes, take that
Okay, you're going to play off the 10. All right, call next call. What would you like? Higher.
Lower!
Okay, she's going lower in the 10. Oh, it's another 10. All right, so that counts as a mistake. All right, so you lose your hands. All right, come back. All right, so Crystal, you get a free play of your cards. Now you have to play this because you did not win the question. Okay, so you're starting with Queen.
Lower.
It's lower than the Queen. And gets 9. All right. Same options apply. Freeze here or keep going. What do you want to do? Okay, she's going to freeze there. Okay, so we got time. We're going to tie one piece. We'll fill in the missing space on Aisha's row. Okay? And now has the third question. Crystal, you start this one. Now this is the third of 4 questions in the round, as I said before. If we have to go to the 4th question, that'll be sudden death, and I'll explain the rules if we get there. So, but first, let's hear the question first.
I know there's some players here, so we asked 100 Pokemon Go players. Is Pokemon Go the first game you've ever played in the Pokemon franchise?
So how many Pokemon Go players said that Pokemon Go is the very first Pokemon game they've ever played? She says 8 out of 100. 8 minutes. 8 minutes, please. Okay, higher or lower than 8, Aisha? She's going to say higher or lower than higher. Okay, all right. Okay. The actual number of Pokemon Go players who said that Pokemon Go is the very first Pokemon game they've ever played is 8. Now, we don't get have this happen. You get a $2,500 bonus for getting the question right on the other side. So that's good. In the meantime, you play. Would you like to change the nine?
Change it!
Yes,
Card, so you're very close to the middle. So, okay, she's going to change it. Let's flip the next card over. You now have a 4. Higher than the 4. These cards are whooping on me. We got King. She's going to play out lower than the King. We got 10. So we might go back to the 4. She's going to freeze it. Okay. So here's where we stand. Crystal needs 1 card. Aisha needs 3. Now this is the final question around. This is sudden death. So one of you must win on this play of the cards. So whoever wins the question is going to have a very important decision to make. We'll talk about that in a moment. All right, Aisha has the next question, and please read it off, Anne.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
He didn't know what questions we were going to pick beforehand, so.
Look, this one really surprised me. In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, actress Megan Fox said that she would love to do a live-action movie remake of Sailor Moon.
That is absolutely true.
So we asked 100 Sailor Moon fans, could a live-action Sailor Moon movie be good with Megan Fox cast as one of the Sailor Sections?
Sailor Moon remake would work. She goes with 7. Higher lower than 7, Crystal.
higher.
Shocking guffaw from the audience there. Well, let's see. And this will decide control and sudden death. The actual number of Sailor Moon fans who said that Megan Fox in a Sailor Moon remake would be a good thing is...
And I'm surprised by this.
30. Just out of curiosity, if that were to happen, Sailor Mars, do you think? I'm thinking on looks alone, that would probably be the best option if it were to happen. Maybe it's just who knows. Okay, Aisha, now, let me explain what's going to happen, because like I said, this is sudden death. Now, right now as it stands, you're sitting on the 10. Again, you can change it if you want to. Now, here's the thing. In sudden death, you must get to the end of your row. There is no freezing. If you make a mistake, Crystal wins the round by default. However, I'm going to give you a choice. If you want to, you can make Crystal play off her 10. She cannot change it because she did not win the question. And if she can't turn her last card over, you win the round by default. So, do you want to play your 3 cards or force Crystal to play her 1? Whoever plays must get to the end. She is, with much determination, pointing to Crystal there. All right, so you got to call this one right to win. Make a mistake, and Aisha takes the first round. So you got a 10. What do you think? For the first game, is it? Yes. All right, so you got the first game registered there, so you got 1,000. So you've already got 3,500 coming to you, so that's doing pretty good. All right, you're not out of it yet, 'cause like I said, it's 2 out of 3. So. As we get the cards cleared, so we're going to deal out the next 5 cards on each person's row there. Here, while you do that, Ann, I'll take the clipboard. Wait. Right, let me get that. Okay, so here we go. All right, just hit the left so we can just register Crystal for the next dance. Some of these questions, they come from our survey takers, and we have one here. El Suda of Pennsylvania provided us with this one. The question she asked is to 100 cosplayers. The question she posed is, Generally speaking, do you feel that the reality show Heroes of Cosplay, as well as major cosplay figures like Yaya Han and Jessica Negri, have displayed the cosplay community in a positive light? How many cosplayers feel that all of those shows and people have done a good job in displaying the cosplay world?
17.
17, going lowballing it again, 17 out of 100 there, all right? Aisha, higher or lower than the 17? Higher. She's going higher. All right, back there. Okay, see right there? All right. Actual number of cosplayers who said that Yaya Han, Jessica Negri, and all that, and the reality have done a good job in showcasing the cosplay world is 50. Okay, you need this game to tie up. Let's see how you do it. You're starting this round with a 4. Higher. Okay, next card. She's going higher than before. And gets a jack, all right? Same option. She's going to play on, lower in the jack. She's got 3. She goes higher than the 3. Oh! That hurts. Hey, don't worry. I had one show years ago where between the two players they were pulling double aces and double 2s 3 separate times. So it happens that way sometimes. I know that's your second pair of rate today. Let's see. All right, Crystal, free chance for you. You've got a 7. You have to play it.
Higher.
A little against the odds. This is lower than 7. Yes. Freeze for 1.
I'll freeze.
Okay. Play it safe. Pretty good. That's totally their right to do so. Okay. All right, so we'll go there. All right. Next question, please, for Aisha.
All right. Ooh. We asked 100 Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya fans our 100th survey question.
Yes, this is the 100th survey that we ever created for this game over the 6 years that we've done it. And the question we posed to the Haruhi Suzumiya fans is,
if you were to discover that your best friend was actually a deity, would that make you excited or scared?
how many out of the 100 Haruhi fans said that to find out that their best friend was a god of some kind would make them excited? She's going right at the middle with 50. Okay.
Higher.
All right, Crystal, higher. She goes higher. How about you guys out there? Who'd be excited in here? So I think they're on your side with this one, Crystal. Let's see how many people said, how many Haruhi fans said they would be excited to find out their friend was a god. 75. Okay. Player change to 4. She's going to play it. She's going to go higher. Oh, no! 2 is not higher. Good thing you froze there. All right. You got your 4, Aisha. What would you like?
Lower.
There you go. A lot higher. There's a 9. Okay. Freeze or continue.
I'm on free.
Okay. All right. Now each player. We're back where we were before. Each player needs 3 cards. All right. Crystal has the next question.
Okay. This one was actually submitted by another fan of ours, Joshua Rutten of Arkansas.
No, Alaska.
Alaska.
See, we got fans all around.
Yes. So, we asked 100 people, if you had it, would you spend $10,000 in one trip through the dealer's room and artist alley?
How many people said they would spend that much in one trip through the dealer's room if they had 10 grand?
22.
All the swag you could ever want. 22 out of 100, Crystal says. All right, Michelle, everyone 20. Emphatically, she goes higher. Let's see how many people would splurge like that. The actual number of people who would spend $10,000 in one trip if they had the cash is?
I know I'm one of them.
37. Player change 9, Aisha. Do you want? You can change that if you want to.
Change it!
Remember, 8 is the worst card, so you're very close to the middle.
Change it!
All right. She's got a feeling about it, and you're saying you're going lower than the 9. I don't think I've ever had having somebody get 2 pairs in the same game. So I've never had a person get 3 before. Wow. Crystal, you got player 4. Higher, she says. And it gets queen. She's gonna go lower than the queen. And gets up the middle with an 8. And we're right back to where we were before, almost. Aisha 3 cards, Crystal 1, and again we are at sudden death. Let's go to the next question there, and Aisha has this one.
And it's another one of these questions. We asked 100 Pokemon fans, have you ever successfully filled a national Pokedex in any traditional Pokemon game from red, blue, yellow, to X and Y?
So in any one traditional Pokemon game, how many Pokemon fans have completed a national Pokedex in any traditional Pokemon game? How many? Just at least 12.
7! 7!
Advice out there. 40, she says. Higher than 40, Crystal.
Lower!
She's going to run it. Okay. For sudden death, the number of Pokemon fans who have completed any national Pokedex is 30. Now you've got the decision in sudden death. You've got an 8 which you can change. You need 1 card. Aisha has a 9 which she cannot change, and she needs 3. So do you want play or pass? Okay, I had a feeling this is coming. And you gotta do this to tie the game. One mistake and Crystal wins the match. So let's start with a 9.
Lower!
She's going lower in the 9. It's a 5.
Higher!
Higher than the 5. It's a jack.
Same card!
Let's clear the air. All right. First of all, officially, Crystal wins the match. All right. So we got established that. Everybody that we call for contestants is guaranteed to get something or whatever. Okay. But like I said, 4 pairs in the course of the game. That is absolutely insane or whatever. Here. And get one of those one-piece poster packs that we got from Axice. I gave it as a there's always so much we can do on that. Yeah, the one-piece ones underneath, the one-piece sets. They're there. They're under there in the stack. We got them in there. Yeah, there we go. Get one of those here. Yeah. Here, bring that front and center just so we can see it real fast here. Get that shack out of there. So there it is. And those came to us from Axice, coincidentally also in Brooklyn, as we call them, the corner store with so much more. Aisha, take that with our compliments. It's an 8-poster set that's in there. Let's give her a hand. And we're this commercial, which we'll set up on YouTube later. Crystal, you've already got $4,500 in stuff. You're going to go for the money cards to try a whole lot more to that as we get the table set up. We'll see how she does in just a moment. We can see on camera a little more clearly there, because I don't know how wide the shot was actually working. All All right, so you've done very well for yourself so far, Chris. Like I said, you've already got $45 in prizes coming to you. $2,000 from the game, and 25, another 25 for getting the one survey right. But now we got a chance to add another $320 to that. So let me explain how this is going to work with my cards. Now we're not going to touch what you've already won. That's yours to keep no matter what happens. So now we're going to set up a new score here. Now this time we're going to be betting as you play each card. You're going to start with this first card when I turn it over. We're going to start with $200 in game money. You're gonna bet high and low as you did before, wagering as much of the 200 as you want. Now you have to bet in multiples of 50, so it'll be like 150, 500, different things like that. Now, once you are done with these three cards, I'm gonna add another 400 to whatever you have. We'll put that card over here, and then you're gonna play the next three. Now, at all times, your minimum bet must be $50, except when you get to that very last card at the end. That is the big bet, and at that point, you have to wager at least half whatever you have up to that point. Okay? If you have the guts to do it, you get the right cards. If you go double all the way through, that's $32,000, which means $320 in prize on top of the 45 you've already got. And it's been done once before, so it was a long time ago, but I'd like to see it happen again. But you play it as you see fit. All right. First card, you got $200. Let's see what you start. And you can change this. You can change the card at the beginning of each row if you wish to. Start off. You've got 3. All right. You want to play at 3?
Yes.
Very good card. All right. How much of your 200 you want to wager on the next card?
200.
Higher. Okay, she's paying half, 100 higher than the 3. And she's got an ace. In this round, if you get a pair, it's a push. You don't lose. So you cannot lose on this ace. So I think I know what the bet is.
Lower for...
Because like I said, if it's another ace, it's a push. You stay on 300. So all 300 lower than the ace. We got another 300. Just make sure you understand. The game doesn't end if you make a mistake. We just go on to the next card. So, all right. So just bear in mind how good a 3 is. So, all right, she's gonna go 200 higher. I had to make a note of that because sometimes, occasionally, people get a little nervous about that. All right, she's going 200 higher than the 3, and it's 10. Now we're gonna make it 1,200 because we're gonna add 400. We're gonna start a new row. Now we're at the beginning of a new row. You can change that 10 if you want to.
Change that 10. Change it.
Okay, she's gonna change it. Let's get the next card up there. Let's see what we got there. All right, flip it over there. Right over here. 1,200. You're gonna start this with a queen.
500 lower.
200 for lower.
Okay, 200 lower than the queen. She's got an 8. 1,400. All right, you're stuck in the middle now. You gotta play.
50 for lower.
Okay, see, this time the 50 makes sense. 50 lower than the 8. You gotta play.
800 higher.
So 400 higher than the 4. And we move the jack over to the big bet. Now first thing, do you want to play the jack or you want to change it? She's going to play now. You must wager at least half, so half would be 925. You can bet anywhere from 925 up to the max.
1,000.
For lower.
She's going to go $1,000, so $2,850 if she's right, $850 if she's wrong. Is this card lower than the jack? It's your call for the bet. You got $73 in prizes coming your way there, and as soon as we close out here, which I think we've got to close out in a couple of minutes there, we'll give you your selection of prizes there. We got a lot of nice things there. Matter of fact, real quick before we go, because I want to make sure for the nice people in the dealers room who help us out and plug stuff, whatever. I want to make sure we can plug some of the things that they've given us. From my good friends over at Athena's Wing, this lovely Gengar hat and a White Gull Witcher flask. These nice things. So from the many plushies over from Anime Palace, they've got a lot of these nice Fox and other animal plushies of all different kinds there, so you can find them over there. Our friends at Full Brain Games provide us with a lot of good card games here. And save the cupcake. That's Full Brain Games right over there where the board game tables are. You can find them over there and stuff like that. And aside from ones from Axis, Level Up Studios, Skater Games, posters. Go and find them all. Also, stop at Teen Turtle, Mythical Fair. They're a couple other good friends of mine. They could hook you up with a lot of nice stuff too. So please show them and everybody in the dealer's room some love. And we will, and this is our last game show mega mix of this calendar year. We're going to be back at KindaCon in Morristown, New Jersey, and it's going to be in early March. So if any of you guys enjoyed the game, did you have a good time? Find us on Facebook and YouTube. Lost Silver Productions is who we are. Also, follow us on Twitter at Game Show Megamix for some exclusive news and content. And until we see you guys next year, and I'm going to make sure to definitely get back here because I love this place to death. I don't want to leave for a minute. My name is Brian Spinski. We thank you for joining us for the Car Trucks Game Show Megamix.